Okay, recording has been started. Let me share my screen. Okay, so team, now let's start our this. So thanks for everyone joining this morning, and we can learn today new feature about the Einstein for flow. How we can use Einstein for creating the flow basically without doing manually steps. So my name is Ashish Madhukar. So I'm a Salesforce certified integration architect and also the founder of SFDC Madhukar. So I'm running YouTube channel on YouTube to creating the all the video in a Hindi channel, basically Hindi. So where you can learn Salesforce from scratch and LWC or integration bootcamp everything. So let's learn what about the today we have agenda learn about this basically. So our agenda today like what is Einstein flow, what can I build with Einstein for flow, and what supported, how do I write the good prompt, how do I use Einstein for flow, and what the behind the scene, how the AI power Einstein for flow it is working basically. So this is the main how we can use everything we can learn today, and we can understand how this is it will work for us to complete the scenario basically. Okay, so let me use this. Okay, so let me change this one, and okay, can unmute yourself and you can stop me and you can ask me between. Okay. Okay, so let's start the topic, and let's succeed together how we can learn, and we can support each other basically. Okay, so what is Einstein for flow? So Einstein for Flow is a Salesforce brand new feature that leverage large language model to build flow. Simply type in a prompt, basically describing the flow what you want to build, and just to watch like how Einstein build flow in a second for you basically. So I still it will create the flow like what flow you want, like auto launch flow, record trigger flow. So there are some certain only flow Einstein built for you. But when the Einstein create the flow for you, so you can, so your responsibility to review flow. This is the correct what Einstein built, or anything you want to modify, you can modify, you can save and use basically that flow. So for this new admin, Einstein for flow can help you to learn and adopt this powerful new capability. For experience admin, it's your assistant providing a valuable starting point when building complex flow. So sometimes we are starting flow, but we are not able to understand like what will be my starting point, what the criteria, how I can add. And sometimes you're not able to understand like this scenario I can able to achieve through flow or not basically. So in this condition you can use Einstein for flow and pass your prompt. Then Einstein it will build you for you, and you can review or everything. And maybe sometimes Einstein it will create everything correct. You no need to change anything. But before use you should make sure like everything criteria and everything should be correct basically. Okay. So next it Einstein Flow is currently in a beta version. Basically, it was launched in summer 24, but and it available to customer who have purchased the Einstein One edition or Einstein for a sales service or platform add-on while the product is beta. It will not consume AI credits basically. For now, Salesforce given who are using basically you can say like who are using Agent Force also, that system also it will be available for use this feature. So I can send one email at 11, so where I send added the link how you can create now your Agent Force enable plus data cloud enable org in a in a one org basically. It is developer org, and it will be not expired, right? What about the Salesforce previously providing the org for the enable data cloud and Agent Force? It was only 7 days or 10 days something. After that it was expired. But now you can create your developer org with the data cloud and Agent Force or in a license. It will not expired. So you can you can use, you can experiment, you can do more things. Okay. So what can I build with Einstein for Flow basically? So Einstein for Flow currently providing the support for flow with both standard and custom object, screen, record trigger flow, schedule trigger flow, and auto launch flow basically. Okay. Flow with 4 to 6 elements. So this will create like 4 to 6 element. Okay. Basic formulas: email, text template, record variable, collection, loop, decision elements, and get, create, update, record. So these are activity. This Einstein it will work for flow. Okay. And what's supported? So here if you can send it using this diagram. So flow type, these are three type of flow I still currently supporting: screen flow, record trigger flow, and schedule flow basically. Okay. And functionality if you see here, so standard and custom object it will support, get, create, update, record it will available, and it will create the any record variable, fault path if any error, so it will add also the fault path for handling the error, and decision element and loop, and basic formula and email text template. So if you want to send any email, so it will also create the flow and add necessary text for the your email. Okay. And what's supported basically? So after generating started the flow with Einstein, you can edit, you can save, you can test, you can activate. It's just like any other flow you create in a Salesforce. So notice we said started flow, like with anything created by AI, you should review the flow, putting that human in the loop to ensure its accuracy, and make any needed changes to the flow prior to testing, activation, and deployment. So Einstein it will create the flow for you, but it your responsibility. You can check first, review first how Einstein created, what are the loop, is everything fine, or anything condition is incorrect. So you can review, you can make the changes if required, and then you can activate and deploy the things. Okay. And how do I write the good prompts? So prompt is very, very, very important in the if you are using ChatGPT, if you are using Agent Force, or you are using Einstein for Flow, or you are using Einstein Sales or Service. Everything is very important for uh, good prompts. So crafting the perfect prompt is the key to unlocking the full potential of Einstein for flow. Detailed and clear prompts lead to accurate and powerful output, while vague prompts can lead to uh, uh, poor results. Here, how you can make sure your prompt are good. So, when you are uh, giving the prompt to the Einstein for flow, so make sure your flow have the details about what you want, what you are want to creating. Everything should be details basically. So for example, here I'm adding one example so we can know like how the good prompt and how the bad prompt we are writing basically. So for every prompt, it's the important to define. So the flow type and the object and field involved in the entry condition. So when the uh, when the we are creating manually the flow, or you are and I still it will create the flow for you. So object and fields, like what object should be, what are the field criteria, this is the very mandatory. So for example, create a record trigger flow that looks for all cases with the status escalated. Okay, so this I, for example, now let's go how how what are the action state. So the action needed could basically create, read, update and delete operation for record, notification or something else. So two things you need to be make sure. First, the flow, the type of flow, like what object, what condition and criteria. Second, action, what action needed. So this crude operation like create, read, update, delete of the record, notification or something else. So for example, then create a task for the case owner to follow up. So here what example is giving, when this case status is escalated, then create a task for the case owner to follow up. So this is our full prompt to create a flow basically. Now let's understand the more about the good prompt. To really drive home the importance of the good prompt writing, let's look at the example. So if you see here how the bad prompt and how the good prompt look like. So if you're passing the prompt only, create a flow that look up all the open opportunities. So this is the bad prompt. How is the bad prompt? Prompt does not specify what action is needed. Once the opportunity have been looked up, so whatever the opportunity looked up, what the relation, what the action it will take, nothing is mentioned. Opportunity standard object has no status of open basically. So this is like you need to be ensure what you are passing. It is we have that particular value, what status you are adding in a prompt. Everything should be correct. What you want and what we have in a system. Every business have the different status. They are changing as per their business cycle. So you make sure what you are passing. Now let's see how the good prompts. So good prompts create a flow that look up all the opportunity that have not closed and create a task for the opportunity owner to update their opportunity. So here if you see, prompt specify the action to be completed, prompt task for opportunity that are not closed instead of open. So opportunity if not closed, it will so it means it will be any condition like negotiation, customer pending, or or something negotiation in any condition that opportunity. So business want like whenever this condition it is not closed, so then you can create one task for opportunity owner and they can update their opportunity status. Okay, so let's add some point about this bad prompt. Create a flow that look up all opportunity. So whatever the here some pointing. Imagine you wrote a prompt like create a flow that lookups all open opportunity. So here, not a great, right? This is prompt is too vague and incomplete. It does not specify what action is needed once the opportunity have been looked up. Additionally, for the opportunity standard object, there is no status of open. Using unclear terminology can confuse Einstein, leading to inaccurate flow. So it will be, when the Einstein create the flow, so it will not give you the correct, result. It will not create the correct flow basically. Why? Because the prompt is not good. Prompt is we don't have the specified the object tone. Prompt we don't did not have the specify the action. Okay. Now we are some about the how the good prompts be written. So good prompt create a flow that look up all opportunity that have not closed and create a task for the opportunity owner to update their opportunity. So now this is improve on the previous prompt by specify opportunity that have not closed instead of open. We ensure clarity and avoid the confusion, plus including a specific action like a create a task, given us clear instruction on what to do with the record it's find. Okay. So next, we are going our next action basically. How do I use Einstein for flow? To get started with Einstein flow, you will need to opt in from the Einstein for the flow setup page. So before starting the Einstein for flow, we have one setting. I will show you in a demo how you can enable everything. And after agreeing the term of terms, you will able to select the let's Einstein help to build the option when creating a new flow basically. So flow we have multiple option to create Einstein for flow, or you can give the manual. So you can do the both basically. But we will use today in how to Einstein. It will help us to create a flow basically. Okay, and from there you can edit, save, activate the flow. So it is not like if Einstein created the flow, you cannot edit, you cannot save, you cannot activate it. Yeah, you cannot deploy that flow in next environment. So this is simple like what you have flow creating manually. Same it will Einstein also creating the flow, but here you no need to write the manual, add the element and condition everything by yourself. Einstein here it will help you for you to create the flow in a second basically. So it will reduce your time basically here. Okay. Now let's see how behind the scene basically how Einstein it is working basically for creating the flow and everything. So here if you see, so for creating this flow and LLM object LLM model, so Salesforce using CodeGen basically in the backend to create the flow. So if you see the user here, as a user, I pass the prompt, create a flow to send an email after an opportunity is closed on, then follow up with the customer. So if you see what I passed, LLM prompts I passed, it's go to the code gen. Code gen generated the flow basically here, and he changed process our LLM prompts, and here it is find the flow object, what the flow object, and after that everything it is our language is translate in the JSON language here. So if you see here, then CodeGen generated the flow metadata JSON like XML in a backend, and after then it is deployed in our org. Basically, what where we are passing. If after that deploy, it is here. If you see deploy in our org, and after that we able to see the flow visualization. So in a backend, we are passing the prompt, then flow automatic created. This first and last we are showing in our eye, but behind it is these are happening for creating this flow and between your prompt and flow visualization. Okay, so this is as of now. So let's move for the demo how we can create basically our flow using the Einstein. So let me move. Anyone have any question or any doubt? Let me see the chat also. So anyone not able to see my screen? So, okay, okay, fine. Okay, I thought it was the last message, so I thought you are not. Okay, so now let's follow see some demo basically. Okay, how we can see. So so team basically I created this org. This is my data cloud agent force I still enable license. So if you are not created, I am sending this link in a chat. So not now, if you want you can later you can create this org enable. Why why I told you like create this your Salesforce enable this org, because this will not expire at anymore. So you can do, if you want to learn agent force you can learn, you can do the experiment in this org. So it will not expire. Like for example, you have created some scenario, any other use cases. So this argument it will store for future reference and everything. Okay, it will not deleted like last what how the agent force previously we were using for 7 days 6 days enable org. So this one we can use basically. Okay, and if you see this is I created my enable org where I store everything here. If you see, this is my data cloud also. In this I have data cloud also, and whatever the related to agent force license, everything I have in this object. So now let's go to setup basically here. Okay, in a setup, what you write, you can write flow first. So before going to the flow, make sure you should enable this this action, flow creation with Einstein. You can click on this setup, and here when you are going first time, so it will you are showing the disable here checkbox. So you make sure your this should be enabled and activated. So if you see here, get started creating flow with Einstein. Describe what you want to automate and Einstein AI build for draft and started with your automation. So here you can basically activate this first, and after that you can go to flow here. Okay. So when you go to the flow here, click on the new. When you click on the new flow here, it will ask, see, start from scratch, use template. Here we have let's Einstein build, help you to build basically. Okay, so what we this option we need to select. Select this, click on a next. So here if you see, now it is asking, write the instruction to help Einstein draft your flow. Effective instructions include like, see, when the flow start or if has screen, the name was, objects and field to use the criteria action. The action you want to flow to take, the criteria to use identify specific, you know records. So get start with the sample. So if you see here, they given some sample also, example also. So here let's use same our, basically example one. Okay, so this one, let me see, same, let me copy and paste these instructions. Okay, so create a flow that look up all the opportunities that have not closed and create a task for the opportunity owner to update their opportunity. So click on here this button, create draft flow. Click on this button, then now it is processing. Create your draft flow in a flow builder. So just wait some time, then it will create your flow. So now your flow has been created, everything here. Okay, and now let me close this Einstein. If you want to edit instructions or summarize, I start over again, everything you can do after that. So I want to close here basically. So see here, my flow is created. Okay, this is the our auto launch flow. Okay, so here what the condition is met, with Salesforce object, opportunity object selected, close greater than current date and all record here. Okay, and here create a task. So manually, task object, due date only, this one and this one. And if you see here, it is showing error. Why? Because in this it will show the lot of, it will come lot of multiple, uh, your record, and you cannot use directly here. So this is some not correct. So it should be write a flow, look up a loop and then create the flow, like task basically. So this is the, it is created, but it's not everything correct in this flow. Okay, and how we can summarize here. Here edit instructions. So here we can, you can make changes with Einstein flow, discard. Here also make sure every opportunity should add, should create task if it is not closed. So here you can save and just create again like this. So you can modify everything, and you can check like what Einstein he able to understand or not. See, now it is able to understand here. So now it is what I given. Make sure every opportunity should create the task if it is not closed. So now it is added here, loop. Okay, so now if you see here, every time here, now it is loop opportunity get record and create a task here. Okay, so here now everything is fine, but what is the incorrect? If you see here at the last, it is getting again opportunity here, so it will not, I think, over end. It will go every time what word is not closed. So how we can do more? So here, if you see here, avoiding using the database element inside the loop, so our creation is going in the loop basically. So we can modify more instructions here. Let's go and type edit instructions here, uh, and make sure DML operation should not be in loop. Add create task in a collection, and when loop is over, then create all tasks at a time. So let's see what now it is adding. So this is everything, on the basis of your instructions. You need to, you should know at least how the flow working and everything. So then only you can modify your flow. See here now, get opportunity, loop through the opportunity each here. Now previously it was, creating inner loop here. Now here, see id here is not coming, so I think here should be id or something. Loop through current loop here, and okay. So here what happened? It is added in a list, but at the end it is getting the collection. But here it is not creating task. Here it directly try to add the this opportunity in the collection, but it's not getting the task. So this type of you should know. Here is not filling fill every anything. So here you can add more, uh, specify, and in the assignment section you should add all necessary fields for task creation. So whatever the necessary task fields we have on a task level, those are should be filled on this assignment section. Then only it should go to the creator task basically. Okay. So now see, so here again remove all this condition and directly it is created the task here like this. But still, if as of my consideration, it is not correct in everything. Okay, here also this, here taking on the top of directly loop, here again remove the loop and everything basically. So these are criteria and everything we need to ensure like this is working as expected or not basically, everything you can make. Okay, so this type of we can create. Now let's create another flow. So this way you can start your flow, you can modify your flow, and you need to review basically. Now let's create some another flow, some simple more also. Here I'm writing when case status is closed and when case status is closed, then send a email to case owner, and this flow should be record trigger flow. Let's see what is creating. So now it's created the flow here. So see, this is created regard trigger flow. Now, what are the condition in met here? When record is created or updated, status is equal to closed, and here it is created the send email to case owner. Now, if you see here added your case is closed. Body he added only the your case is closed, and this recipient by case owner, and subject case is closed. So this way, now let's see like this small flow is working, everything, and it's sending the email also or not something. So I want to go to the case here. This is the case object, and let's see all open cases. There is no any case as of now in my system. So let me create one case here. Case status is new, email, account. I don't have any contact also here. Let me create the account also. I don't have, so I want to create the account as well here. Yes, this marker. That's it. Email ID I can add. Double A. Okay, I think this is fine now. So here, if you want, I can add this account as well. Case owner here, type and everything now is fine. Let me save this. So now case is created, and if you see here, case owner is assigned to myself, and here if I open this case, so make sure this whatever user case owner have the user, they have should proper email ID. If for example this email ID is not correct, so you will not able to get the email notification also. So my email is correct and also is verified, so then I can able to get the email. Now let's update this status from new to. Okay, we don't have close option, I think. Let me see any other option we can close this. We have clone, we have edit label. Okay, so in a case we did not have a close case. As of now we have working, we have escalated. Okay, so let me add one condition here in this object, so I can use basically this criteria. So same like what we discussed. So whatever condition we are adding, so we make so like those are value or everything we have in this our field or not. Otherwise you will not able to go to. See, we have in this close, but I don't know why it is not showing on a layout. So let me see any record type we have. No, we don't have record type here. So I think we can let's change this status first from new to in working, and working to escalated we have, and maybe it should be any button where we can close, but I'm not able to see close button here. Let me edit from here. Top may be showing. Mhm. So it is not showing to me. I don't know why. Maybe something is in this basically. Okay, my R. So let me change this flow. This flow criteria. So we can use instead of close, we can use on our escalated. Okay, and so then we can use basically our scenario here. So instead of closed, here we send add the escalated. Okay, so we can modify our this flow, and we can add appropriate this escalated. Okay, so now same flow we can save and activate again, and then you can reuse basically. So in other flow you can, when you use maybe your org, it will show the all the value, but in it is my not showing, maybe something is so I can save this escalated here. Okay, so now flow should be trigger and send the email. So let's see, I get the email or not. Here I did not get email, but make sure your email should maybe also it is gone in a junk. So here you can check spam also. So here I get the spam in spam. Okay, case is status escalated here, and if you see here I get this, your case is escalated message. So here it is, when you report like not spam, so it will go to your inbox section now. So whenever now it is first time, so because we are not using org, dkmi and all the domain basically. So this is the test Salesforce domain, so that's why it is going in a junk and everything. So this way you can create a flow, you can create a task also here, everything you can do basically whenever you want. Let me check anyone have any question or any doubt. No, as of now. Okay, so anyone have any question, any doubt as of now? So we can discuss. Otherwise, we can wrap up our meeting. So here also, whenever like you want to create a task, like here, for example, I want to do some our simple scenario where account is created, contact automatic created also, those are also we can such type of question also we can do manually. Let me ask this Einstein, then it is showing or not. When account is created, then contact also should be created. Make sure field mapping, account name should be contact name, account email should be contact email. Same for mobile. Okay, so here it is, our account is created, and create account contact here. So it is added the email equal to record.email, but if you see on a contact account, we don't have any account email I think any field. So that's why where it is showing the error message. We don't have any email field as of now on a contact level, basically account level. Okay, so this one we can remove, and first name, last name, other city. So whatever now is fine. Everything is made basically. Okay, so you can save. You can use this. Now let's activate it. Let's create an account. One account here. Test account. Here you can test. Here you can add anything. Test. Test. Here you can add. Now you can save something. So account is created. Your contact it is now showing created here. So you can see something what happened error in your contact object. We have first name, last name, for anything, any field. Let's see any field we have required on contact level. So last name is only required. Okay, account also is not linked. Okay, so maybe contact is created but account is not linked. If you see here, we are not able to see anywhere where account is linked with contact. So means basically account here, contact here is not showing why? Due to account is not linked in a flow. If you see here, so your account is contact is created, test account here with the details. So basically one glitch in flow also here, so you need to take care what account is not made here basically. So here you need to link your account id with a record id also. So this type of it will help Einstein for you basically, but you make sure your flow is correct or not. So you should only check and do everything from your side first. Then your flow it will work as expected what you want. Otherwise it will some glitch, some it will left anything point here. So you will not able to find basically the issue. So that's why I see like before uh, activated or tested, you should check your flow is working as expected. For example, how you can test here you can add debug, and if you want here immediately work, here you can want to create like this. So it will be run, so it will show you like where your flow not working. So this blue line it means your flow is working, everything as expected here. Okay, so you can test if anything error or anything fine, it will show the error here, so you can debug your flow and then you can check everything basically. So this is the simple where it will have you are initially label and you not able to understand how to add the criteria everything, and you can start basically from this Einstein flow, and you can modify basically your flow everything. I hope it's something you know for you. Okay, let's. Could you please share the recorded session? Yes, Abjit, I will share this recorded session in my YouTube channel. So here I'm sending my YouTube channel name. Yes, Rishi Madhukar. Okay, you can go to and find my YouTube channel in a YouTube channel. So where you able to find the basically all other related content in English, basically in Hindi. Basically I'm only doing my things, whatever we are doing the session in our group, like television group, so where we are is mandated to do in English. But in my YouTube channel, I'm creating in the Hindi, everything basically. So I will share a record. This recording session I will I upload in there. Then I will send over the email also, like with link, so you can find that there also. Okay, account ad is missing. Yes, this is the correct. Okay, so thanks everyone for joining, and it's great to meeting to you everyone. And